That's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60.
Advancing home, I don't know if I like it. Oh! Down! He got him! Oh my God! He crossed the leg before he was there.
That's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60.
He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh! He got him. Oh my God! It crossed the leg before he was there.
That's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that.
What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Clutton right. Went over to first and still keeps Alex Larson.
Come on, get out, ball later!
And he might have missed it. Got it wrong from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. That's a what a play.
Steps on second, flips over to first, and he does it! Oh my Lord, Zach Inouye, a solo!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Rosenbach walked off the 8th season. Oh!
Come on, get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oldham. That ball's in play. Going back, keeper kick. Akatona's playhouse makes the grab. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. I like it. That ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Keith McKay.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to your regularly scheduled Wednesday edition of the AWA after a special Tuesday matchup yesterday. I'm Trevor Butler, and we're in for another good one today between the Southern Stingers and the Pacific Pilots. Yesterday I made a Celine Dion joke. Today I'll quote Jason Derulo. I am riding solo up here in the broadcast booth, and truthfully, we're running a little bit behind. Barrett Carlo and Jordan Rice of the Stingers rode here together, got stuck in traffic, so they just got here a little bit behind on a Wednesday afternoon, but we are in for a treat of a matchup. The Stingers coming off a sweep, a shocking sweep at that, of the Eastern Enforcers, an offensive explosion from a team that usually gets it done in the field, but isn't known for their power at the plate, while the Pilots dropped 2 of 3 against the Atlantic Aces, both coming via the walk-off last week. We're in for a good matchup, and we'll start things off with the starting lineups for the Pacific Pilots.
Mark Campanero, Washington State University.
DJ Oliver, Edmonds Community College.
Keen McKay, Westgate Elementary.
Alex Ballard, Northwest University.
Noah Roberts, Moses Lake Christian Academy.
Mark Campanero.
And of course the starting lineups for the Southern Stingers.
Peter McNeil, Eastern Washington University.
Jordan Rice, University of the Westgate Cougars.
Liam McFeely, Kimball Elementary.
Cole Blevins, Edmonds Woodway High School.
Barrett Carlo, Meadowdale Middle School.
And as we usually do, we'll send it down the first baseline to Robert, who's with Mark Campanero.
All right, Mark, we have a tight battle here, in the entire league. How are you guys preparing for that as the season continues on?
Yeah, I mean, we're just going out here and we're just playing our game. I mean, we can only take it one game at a time. So, you know, we got 3 today. We're going to take it one game at a time and try to win each game.
All right, what do you think for the Stingers lineup today? What are your struggles? What are you keeping an eye on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Peter McNeil is always somebody to look at, especially Jordan Rice. I mean, those are 2 very dominant pitchers in the league, and they have been for a long time. So I think it starts with them. You know, we just got to make sure that we're, you know, getting ahead in counts and we're doing well and putting the ball in play and getting on base and scoring runs. So that's what we're thinking about today is Jordan Rice, Peter McNeil, and I think we got a good squad today. So.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
And back up to the booth, guys.
So interestingly enough, the Stingers still down a man. I don't know if we're going to be seeing Cole Blevins today. Right now it's just McNeil, Carlo, and Rice. So it'll be the 3 of them, Rice playing second. Right now Carlo's slated to play at third, but you'd have to think that the Stingers are probably going to move him or Rice over to first. You're going to see Peter McNeil on the hill as per usual. For the Pilots, it's going to be DJ Oliver leading off, and no surprise, the ace of this Pilots rotation. He's going to be on the hill for the first couple of games. Campanero at third, Ballard at second, and Noah Roberts over at first as we get ready to get things underway here in Game 1. Very light breeze blowing right to left at the moment. It's been a little gusty here this afternoon, so the wind could play a factor. But as of now, nothing too crazy. Everybody finishing up their final warm-ups here on a very sunny, very nice Wednesday afternoon. Of course, a little bit of a different schedule this week with the first game of the week being played last night. So we're here 2 days in a row. But we're just about to get things underway, and it's going to be Jordan Rice leading things off. Or my apologies, it's going to be Peter McNeil as they've shifted the lineup around a little bit. First pitch on the way from Oliver, and McNeil swings through it at 58 for strike 1. 0-1 now. And again, he can't catch up to 59, and all of a sudden McNeil behind 0-2. Oliver looking to start things off with a strikeout. And he'll do just that. 3 pitches right in a row for DJ Oliver as he retires the leadoff man, Peter McNeil. Oliver's been knocked around a little bit across the last handful of games. Usually one of the better pitchers in this league, typically in contention for the Cy Young, so he's looking to rebound today against a Stingers team that, like I mentioned earlier, isn't necessarily always known for their offensive prowess. We'll see what he's got today. First pitch to Rice. Just catches the zone for strike 1. 4 pitches and 4 strikes for DJ Oliver. And this Stingers team against the Enforcers last week, a pretty surprising sweep as that runs inside for ball 1. But they were able to take all 3 games, and the offense really stayed hot for much of that series as Rice taps that foul and he goes behind 1-2. A little tougher up here all by myself, but we make it work. 1-2 on the way. Got him to swing at it, and there's 2 down. DJ Oliver efficient to open things up. Back-to-back strikeouts to get things started here for the Pacific Pilots. So Barrett Carlo will step in now, and as you can see, Jordan Rice chatting with him, potentially telling him what he saw. There's no iPads here in the AWA. It's all just word of mouth as Carlo takes a hearty cut at the first pitch he sees. 0-1. Tapped foul. Oliver looking to close down the inning, the 0-2. Got him. Throws him on the inside corner, and DJ Oliver strikes out the side. Only 1 pitch away from an immaculate inning. DJ Oliver dominant to open things up as we head to the bottom of the first. Still zeros on the scoreboard. And interestingly enough, the starting pitcher, Peter McNeil, choosing to take a phone call during his warm-up. It's been a little bit of a hectic start to this ballgame for the Southern Stingers. But to get things going here in the bottom of the first, it's going to be the man who just retired the side in order. First pitch to DJ Oliver, runs outside, and we're underway in the bottom part of the first. Wears that one off the shoulder. Popped up, staying fair. McNeil is there, and he hauls it in with ease. There's 1 down. The Stingers, a team that are typically known for their defense, for their pitching. So if DJ Oliver's on today, it could be an interesting little pitcher's duel on our hands. So Mark Campanero steps in, another one of those guys with some very prolific power, some guy who can really drive the ball. Got quite the home run race going on right now in the AWA. Campanero's got quite a few. Zane Phillips has quite a few. As that's going to be ripped over toward first. Carlo bobbled it a little, but gobbles it up and steps on the bag, and there's 2 away. As I was saying, Zane Phillips has quite a few of the Central Cyclones. Campanero's got quite a few. As that's popped up, McNeil calls everybody off and hauls it in. So both pitchers throw an efficient shutout first inning. And as we head to the second, still zeros on the scoreboard. So back to work here in the top of the second. And it's back to the top of the order with Peter McNeil, who, of course, struck out his first time up, as did everybody. McNeil taps that foul back toward the booth. We had a ball yesterday skip off the top of the zone and come right back to me. I was sitting in the chair to my right. 1-2, got him to swing at it. DJ Oliver, 4 strikeouts in a row to open this ball game. dominant on the hill thus far. And some of the guys were making some comments in between innings saying, you know, we might be out of here by 7 if both of these teams pitch so efficiently. Jordan Rice goes back to work and he waves at the first pitch he sees. The Stinger is really swinging free thus far. That bounces off Rice's back and we go even 1-1. Chopped over toward Campagnaro, who gobbles it up, the first non-strikeout of the ball game, but Rice is retired and there's 2 down. Two down here in the top of the second. And DJ Oliver is really moving right now. So Barrett Carlo steps back in. Holds off on the first pitch. One 1-0, tapped foul. Just bounced off the top of the broadcast booth right here. So we'll go again from an even count. Just missed low. Carlo doing a good job of holding off on that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sent out towards center field. It's going to get down. The first hit and the first base runner of the day for the Stingers is Barrett Carlo here in the top of the second. A 2-out single to potentially spark something here. So it's back to the top of the order once again, and we saw this yesterday with the Mojo only having 3 guys, and we're seeing it again today with the Stingers. So a lot of teams down on production right now as McNeil swings through the first pitch. The 0-1. We'll wear it off the back and we go even. One stays upstairs. McNeil laying off that one. The 2-1 is going to be, oddly enough, tapped foul. It looked like it caught the handle of the bat and just dropped into that foul ball zone.
No, that was perfect knob.
Right off the knob of the bat. And the count moves to 2-2, so a free strike essentially right there for DJ Oliver. Looking for an inning-ending punch-out. It's going to be grounded back to him. He scoops it up, flips it underhand over to first. The Stingers get the first base runner of the ball game, but nothing more. They strand a man.
Come on, Noel. Dialed in today. Come on, Noel. Get started.
So Noah Roberts will open us up here in the bottom of the second. Swings to the first pitch he sees and tags it foul, just a little under it. As he watches strike 2. No Keaton McKay today for the Pilots as the 0-2 just barely misses upstairs. Peter McNeil, a little shocked, he laughs it off as he just missed. 1-2, got him to hack at it, and there's 1 down. But with no Keaton McKay, it's back to the top of the order, and DJ Oliver here for the Pilots. And what is still a 0-0 ball game. 1 down here in the bottom of the second as we're back to the top of the order. Oliver popped out in his first at bat. He'll leave that one inside for ball 1. That just barely missed outside. 61 on the gun. Still a ball though. So that's going to be popped up. McNeil charges and makes the play, not without a few theatrics as that one bounced out of his hands at first, but he hauls it in safely. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Never got to finish my thought about Mark Campagnaro earlier and how he and Zane Phillips are two guys that are hotly contesting a home run race. Obviously, Philip Thomas got himself into it yesterday with a 5-homer day. It's shaping up to be quite the race. Summer of '98 in Major League Baseball style. It's the 1-1 to Campagnaro is going to be popped up. Rice is there, and he hauls it in with ease. Another 1-2-3 inning for Peter McNeil, and it's still zeros as we go to the final inning of game number 1. DJ Oliver back to it here. He's going to face Jordan Rice to start things off. First pitch stays inside. Now the 1-0 to Rice. Swung through, strike one. Up until this inning, this first game has been going for 11 minutes, so we're on some record-breaking pace, but that was mentioned down by the fire pit. I overheard that conversation, and Jack said now we've jinxed it and this is going to be a 10-run inning as that's popped up. Tough play for DJ Oliver coming off the hill, but he's able to haul it in, and there's one down. So the only guy to get a board for either team thus far will now step in, Barrett Carlo.
Best hitter today right now.
And Jack sitting down by the fire pit doing stats. He says Barrett Carlo is the best hitter today so far, and technically that's true. First pitch just catches the outside corner for strike one. 0-1. Again catching the zone, it's 0-2. Looking for the punch out here is Oliver. Carlo taps it foul and stays alive. This was a Pilots team that was snake bitten by the walk-off against the Aces. Both games they dropped came via the walk-off. As that runs inside, DJ Oliver's going to look to keep this game scoreless through the third and try and set them up to exercise some demons as Carlo swings through that one. And there's two down here in the top of the third.
What's cool is we can go to extras.
Oliver on cruise control thus far. And now he'll face the other guy who's been potentially even more dominant on the hill in Peter McNeil. And the two stingers that are here and are not hitting wanted McNeil to heat the bats up, and he's going to do just that. A 2-out single. A little bit of a worm burner just roped out to left center field. And there's a man aboard with two down here for the Stingers, and now Jordan Rice will have an opportunity to continue a potential third inning rally here. First pitch sent out toward left field. Tough play. A great grab to end the inning. And the Pilots are going to have a chance to win it in the bottom of the third in what is shaping up to potentially be one of the quickest games in AWA history.
Let's go, baby. I was scoring on that. Batting average is going from 200 to 300. All I was thinking was the 17 runs in the back of my head. Come on, Ballard.
So Alex Ballard will be the leadoff man here in the bottom of the third. It was Moses Valdez and Aaron Schofield who both hit walk-offs in Game 1 and Game 3 of the Pilots Aces series last week. But now the Pacific Pilots are going to have a chance to rewrite history a little bit and pick up a walk-off of their own. As Ballard falls behind 1-2. That drops out of the zone, and the count is even. That's going to be looped. Tough play. Rice can't quite haul it in. Sails over the head of Barrett Carlo over at first. And the leadoff man is aboard here in the third. Alex Ballard, a timely piece of hitting and some good hustle down the line to beat the throw from Rice. So Noah Roberts will step in now with a chance to be the hero. McNeil got to quickly pause and tie the shoe. The first hit of the day for the Pilots breaks up the perfect game from Peter McNeil as that one stays upstairs for ball one to Roberts. We'll leave that one inside, ducks out of the way, and it's ball two. Tapped that one foul. Gets one back. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way. Catches the zone. The count goes even after falling behind 2-0. The even twos stays outside, and it's the first full count of the game for either team. 3-2, popped up toward left, hooking foul.
Come on, baby.
Looked like it could have been gone. We've seen a lot of action over that left field foul pole as of late, but it just broke foul, and the count stays full. Now the 3-2 again. Drops out ball 4, and the winning run moves to second. Ducks on the pond now for the leadoff man, DJ Oliver. And he'll have a chance to cement himself as the winning pitcher of game 1 with 1 big swing. First pitch drops out, ball 1. That just catches the zone at 58 to move it back level. Tapped foul, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the way to DJ Oliver. Swings through it, strike 3, a big time out there for Peter McNeil. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the third.
Good job.
So it'll bring in Mark Campagnaro, and this isn't a guy you ever want to face, especially in a high leverage situation like this one. First pitch to him stays inside, he ducks out of the way. Hammers that one, Rice, tough play, flip onto first. Ballard thought about darting for home. A productive second out, and now the winning run sits 40 feet away for Alex Ballard. Picked up the first hit for the Pilots of this ball game. Now he'll have a chance to pick up the first run for either team. First pitch to him, runs inside, and it's 1-0. 0-1, belted right side, sneaks through Carlo's legs. Alex Ballard walks it off in game 1. The only run of the ball game comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the third and comes via Alex Ballard. Ballard pushes the Pilots ahead in this series. He just roped one out toward right. It was a tough play for Barrett Carlo, and it looked like it might have gotten him through the 5-hole. Might have just snuck through his legs. So that'll do it for game number 1. As the Pilots take the first game. And we're gonna go right back to it here in game 2. Peter McNeil was ready. Now I'm a little behind the 8 ball. So Peter McNeil quickly falling behind 3-0. I had to get the scoreboard reset. And it's a 4-pitch walk to open things up here in game 2. Peter McNeil was ready to go, never left the mound. And he's just gonna hustle things along here in game 2 as Oliver takes a leadoff walk. Obviously, it'll be the same exact lineups for both teams. Had to adjust on the fly a little bit there as Campanero wears that one off the hip. Thought about it, but refrains. 2-0. Popped up right side. Carlo goes over. Tough play on the concrete. He can't haul it in. Always a challenge when you have to run over onto the concrete because you have to be a little bit safer. Obviously, people don't necessarily want to dive onto concrete. That might come as a shock to some of you guys. But Carlo can't quite pull it in. It's a 2-1 count now on the way from McNeil. Wise move from Campanero to get the bat out of the way. 3-1 hitters count, runs inside, and after a quick and efficient first game, it's been 2 walks to open things up here in the top of the first inning of game 2 for the Pilots. So the walk-off hero from game 1, Alex Ballard, steps in and pushes that one foul the other way. 0-1 stays upstairs and the count goes even. Pilots looking for a win here in game number 2 that would claim the series for them. Two-1 is swung through for strike 2. And the Pilots win moves both of these teams back to 500 because the Stingers entered at 8-7 versus 7-8 for the Pilots as Ballard watches strike 3. And there's 1 down.
Yeah, I think so. I wish it wasn't.
So Noah Roberts will step in now with 2 men aboard, an opportunity to continue this early offensive output for the Pilots. McNeil's first pitch in there for strike 1 as he toes the rubber once again. Swung through strike 2. Now he's settling in a little is Peter McNeil. The 0-2. Just barely drops out of the zone. He's looking for back-to-back punch-outs. 1-2. And Roberts will wear it off the hip. We go even. Can't connect with 52, and back-to-back strikeouts for Peter McNeil after 2 walks to open things up. And we'll be back to the top of the order with DJ Oliver. Oliver walked his first time up here in game number 2. The winning pitcher of game number 1. First pitch on the way here. Oliver, a healthy cut at that one, but he can't connect. Leaves that one up high, and the count is even 1-1. This one just drops into the zone. McNeil looking for 3 consecutive strikeouts after the 2 walks. So that one barely missed upstairs. 2-2. Thought about it, but refrains.
Never twice.
Tough pitch to hold off from there for DJ Oliver, but he leaves it outside. Now the full count pitch. Stayed upstairs. It's a 2-out walk, his second of the ball game. And the bases are loaded with 2 down. Bases loaded with 2 down for Mark Campanero, and the Stingers are going to be watching this at bat with bated breath because this one can really cause some damage. First pitch looped over toward Rice. Tough play, applies the tag, and gets out of the inning. Peter McNeil strands the bases loaded as we head to the bottom of the first. 0s on the scoreboard. No surprise here as DJ Oliver will go back to work in the bottom of the first. Stingers looking to pick up the first run of game number 2 and maybe the second run of the entire series, as McNeil tags that one foul to start things off. Like I mentioned, same exact lineups here in game 2, as again McNeil just a little under it and he taps it foul. Oliver looking to notch a K to start things off, and he'll do just that. It drops in and catches that top part of the zone, a 3-pitch strikeout to open things up. A vintage DJ Oliver performance thus far here in this series. Scrapes his feet a little right there, gets ready to toe the rubber once again. And just missed low on the first pitch to Rice. 1-0 now. Again stays in the dirt, and Rice able to jump ahead here a little bit. It's 2-0. Can't connect with 51. We talked last week about kind of the speed danger zone you see a lot in this league, where some guys can sit low 50s and can really make it work, and you have a lot of other guys that will toe that 58, 59, 60 speed limit. But once you get stuck in that 53 to 56 mile an hour range, as that's tapped foul, that's where you start to see some challenges, because if you can't execute those pitches well, teams are going to really eat you alive. They're going to be able to connect with almost everything you throw. 2-2. Grounded over toward Campanero. Makes the throw on the run, and there's 2 down. So Oliver not going to strike out the side in the first for the second game in a row, but still with an opportunity to retire them in order. So Barrett Carlo was able to notch one of only a couple hits in game number 1. At least one of a couple hits for the Stingers. First pitch on the way. Bends back into the zone at only 50 miles an hour. Ridiculous right there from DJ Oliver. Carlo can't catch up with 54, and he's behind 0-2. Oliver looking to end the inning. He'll do just that. Doinked it off the top of the zone. An absolutely gnarly pitch from DJ Oliver to retire the Stingers in order. We head to the second, still zeros. Bottom second on the way as Alex Ballard steps in and fouls the first pitch up and back. McNeil thought about it, but decides not to charge home, as that one stays inside and moves the count to 1-1. Ballard, no swing, but it catches the zone, and he's behind 1-2. Swung through, strike 3. Peter McNeil, an efficient 4-pitch strikeout right there, and there's 1 down. Can't help but feel a little vindicated, because I did say we could have an interesting pitcher's duel of a series on our hands, and that has certainly been the case. Noah Roberts will step in now. A righty-righty matchup, and he takes strike 1 to open things up in this at-bat. Swings through that one. He's behind 0-2. That'll stay low and inside. Good job of holding off there from Roberts. The 1-2. Breaks dead left outside. And we're even. Doesn't matter, though, because he freezes Noah Roberts right there, and there's 2 down. Peter McNeil dealing here in game number 2. He was dealing in game number 1, so this shouldn't come as a surprise. But both pitchers thus far have been relatively lights out. And we're in for a treat here as the two pitchers do battle. Oliver steps in, has a couple of walks thus far, and is ahead 2-0 in the count here. Pops that one foul up onto the roof of the broadcast booth. Now the 2-1. Push toward right field, tough play. Carlo reins it in. He was cascading towards the brick wall of the house. An aggressive play, a fearless play from Barrett Carlo. But he reins it in, and it's another shutout inning for Peter McNeil as we head to the bottom of the second, still 0-0.
Big ask of us. I think we can too.
And after a brief 10-second break to update the scoreboard, we're back. So the wind blowing in after it was blowing right to left to open things up. But with the wind blowing in, it's definitely a little bit more of a challenge for these two teams. It aids the pitchers a little bit, especially with the hollow wiffle ball. Now the 1-1. It's going to be roped over toward Campagnaro. A tough play. Comes up firing. Close play, and we're going to have to look at the replay here.
He had to dig it. That's what made it safe.
Campagnaro couldn't quite hang on to it, and we're going to see.
Don't worry, I'm biased over here. I mean, I've got wheels, so it's just, you know. It did bounce. I think he was safe, though, based off the ground. It might have been a tie. Tie goes to the run. That was too many years ago they did it. Bring it back.
So the replay review team is going to say that he's safe at first. As Rice pops up the first pitch, it'll find itself on top of the fire pit canopy. Of course, we've got to consult replay review after our long conversation we had yesterday about the various locations of league replay offices. Because we like to have fun here at the AWA. We always have good conversations. Rice pops that up. Tough play, Oliver, and he's able to hang on to it for the first out of the inning.
In the sun, I got you.
So it's back to the three-hole hitter, Barrett Carlo. First pitch to him. Breaks outside, and he'll jump ahead 1-0. That one's going to be pulled foul over into the bush. A lot of the balls hit down that left field line can be a little bit of an adventure because the bush is right there. There's that giant root along the left field line. That drops just out of the zone for ball 2. Now the 2-1. Roped over toward Campagnaro. Can't haul it in. McNeil digs for third. Throw not in time. Carlo hustling for second. And it's going to be 2 aboard with only 1 gone. A prime opportunity here in the bottom of the second for the Stingers to pick up a run. Peter McNeil is going to take a breath real quick as he steps back in with an opportunity to push the Stingers ahead here in Game 2. A 1-0 Game 1 victory for the Pilots. That came via the walk-off. McNeil pops that one up. Could be trouble. Roberts reins it in. Rice thought about it, but he'll hold himself over at third. He was about halfway down that third base line, but Roberts came up firing over at first, and he would have been ready. So now Rice will step in with an opportunity of his own to push the Stingers ahead. First pitch is tapped foul. Runs outside, and the count moves to 1-1. Stays upstairs, and it's 2-1. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, the Stingers looking to load the bases, as that just catches that high inside corner. And as I like to say, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second, it's deuces wild. So Rice looking to extend this inning a little bit and continue giving the Stingers an opportunity to take the lead. The 2-2 pitch on the way from Oliver. Grounded up the middle. Tough play. Ballard flipped to first, not in time. 1 run will score. Carlo digs around from third. A 2-run single. And Rice will advance to second on the error. And he decided to finish off the lap.
Did you run the bases just to tell me? Gotta touch them all.
So a 2-run single and advancement on error that moves Rice to second is going to push the Stingers ahead as Carlo swings through that one for strike 1. And all of a sudden the pressure shifts to Peter McNeil, who will have 3 outs to try and even this series at a game apiece and move the Stingers back above 500. That one stays high, and it's 1-2. Tap, it's going to be fair. Oliver drops to a knee, can't quite make the throw. Play at the plate, not in time. Jordan Rice showing off the wheels, jumping on top of the hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
It's nearly a pool party for the Stingers right there, but they take a 3-0 lead. Barrett, Carlo tacking on an insurance run here in the bottom of the second.
Can you review that play at home? It's got to get past the strike zone, right?
And we want to take a look at the play at home.
Now, do you get to retain your challenge for all 3 games or just the 1 game? What's the rule on that? I think it's just unlimited challenges. All right. Mr. Unlimited. I'm challenging every play. You can't challenge it hitting zone. Hey, I'm challenging the speed gun.
No limit on challenges here in the AWA. Jordan Rice said they want to be able to challenge the speed checks. Don't even know if that's possible. Nevertheless, McNeil behind 0-2 here in the bottom of the second. Tapped on the line. Perfectly on the line. It's a fair ball.
Talk about unfortunate.
Absolutely beautiful.
Kick it with your foot like you're trying to pick it up. That did go foul and then came back there.
Surprised Campanero over at third didn't opt for the old Lenny Randall strategy of trying to blow the ball foul. A deep cut Seattle Mariners reference right there for anyone who follows baseball lore. As Rice pops that one up, Oliver, a nice over-the-shoulder grab, but the Stingers get 3 and are 3 outs away from evening this series as we head to the top of the third. So it'll be Mark Campanero leading things off here in the top of the third.
Is there one up there? Is there a ball up there?
Had to step away there to bring one of the balls that was up here in the booth. But we're going to get ready to get things going here in the top of the third. First pitch from McNeil. Stays outside for ball one. Grounded left side, Rice, tough play. Little too high. And he's going to be safe at first. Tough play over there at first. Rice came up firing. And that low arm slot kind of put him in a tough situation. We're taking a look